Okay, it is December 20th, 2017. Took one trade today. So what happened is in the morning, woke up, saw the market kind of trending at these levels. These levels had been established, I believe, the night before. I kind of set this as a resistance zone, and that's exactly what happened. The market kind of accepted it as a resistance zone, and it had been trending. This is the 15-minute chart. So I also noticed I was looking mostly at the 1 hour and the 15-minute chart, and there's a lot of resistance. And later on, looking at price, I had initially been attempting to maybe look at a short position in this region in the 15-minute chart. Around this region, took a quick short position, but the market was moving in a very certain way. It's kind of hard to explain why, but once I started realizing that it's kind of converging a little bit. You kind of see it here, this movement a little bit. So I started to look at it as a potential breakout where price would move very quickly. Initially, I was going to take the buy trade if this candle ended up outside, but actually it was very difficult trying to really kind of get myself into the trade, just because I hadn't taken the time to really plan it out. It was just kind of like an idea in my head instead of really being very specific and saying, okay, this is what my take profit will be, this is what my stop loss will be. I just knew that this is a very good breakout. So kind of right as the market was breaking out, I entered somewhere in this zone. This might not be the exact candle. So right as the market was breaking out, actually I think I entered on this candle. This is the more accurate candle. So as you can see, I should have entered earlier. Really, I would have set my stop probably around here is where I should have set my stop, or even a little bit below. My take profit was the red. This is where I had intended the market to stop. But in setting my take profit, it was very odd. In fact, I think I have it here. Yeah. So initially, I thought I was setting it as a 10 to 18 risk reward. Looking at a longer time frame. So I was trying to look off of this, and it seemed to be a 1018 when I compared it to the trading chart here. But this trading chart was a little bit off. So because of that, because this seemed to be the level at 1952, I initially set the take profit at 1952. Let's read it. Yeah, so I initially set it at 1952. This should be versus 1942. In other words, this red line is 1942, or 1.942, sorry. So after realizing that I was already in the trade, my risk was already set at 10, so I ended up switching my take profit to back to 1.942. It hit my take profit very nicely. I don't know why I'm still on the 4-hour chart. Let's go back to, okay, so it hit my take profit very nicely. When I entered like around here. Price kind of pushed back down on me. I got a little scared, but you know what? The market just looked good, so I just stayed in the market. Price pushed down against me like 4 or 5 ticks before it kind of went up and hit my take profit very nicely. If I had been smarter about this trade overall, I would have entered a little bit earlier. It's a little bit of a gamble, but entered a little bit earlier and set a more defined take profit. Because that's what really threw me off. I actually exited not really as I wanted to. It ended up being an 8-tick gain, so it was okay overall. But I would have been a little bit smarter. This would have still probably been my take profit, but I would have probably taken more, like 3 or 4 more ticks if I had entered a little bit smarter and just kind of accepted it. So this is kind of I don't know. It was a weird trade. It was a tough, not exactly tough, just kind of odd. I think I handled it well though. The market ended up blasting through and went, I think, up to not 1.952, but 1.97. Oops. yeah, the market ended up going like almost to 1.98. So literally, like, if I had stayed in the trade, it would have been like 30 ticks. But obviously, I would not have done that. But anyway, it was an okay trade. Okay trade. We can see the market's already setting up for a potential bounce back, but this is already too long. All right.